Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we get back into our general questing, and we'll be doing so by taking on the Arathi Highlands. We are all stocked up and ready to go, so let's get started with the collection of Raptor Eyes, as we slowly push our way towards the western side of the map. Should be able to collect plenty of skins, eggs, and meat. And look at that, on our first kill of the day, we have learned Dive, rank 1. Perfect timing, honestly. So I think we're going to take on a few more raptors, and since we're already so close to Hammerfall, we might as well go back and pick Ripper back up. And make sure that he doesn't lose any experience. Any more than he already has, that is, at least. We'll see how far we get throughout the zone. Let's get our Crescent Staff back. We have a little bit of time towards the end, depending on how fast we finish up the 3 primary quests we're looking to complete for today. We'll be sure to post some auctions, get ourselves a little bit more organized, check on our bank and whatnot. And see if we have anything in there that we have to address. Go quickly grab Ripper back from the stables. We are going to abandon our carrion bird friend. We are not going to need him anymore. And if we so choose, we do not need to tame another pet anymore from this point forward. I'm pretty happy with the carrion bird so far. I really enjoy it. The bat was fun too, but I really like the aesthetic of the carrion bird a little bit more, so I think we're gonna stick with that too.
What do you need?
Probably until the end. We'll keep Screech in here for now. You can kind of just hang around.
Go forth.
But yeah, this might be the pet that we stick with until TBC. Once we get to TBC, we're definitely going to pick up something different. I think a Ravager would be really cool to have. Let's open up Beast Training. Let's make sure that we get Dive sorted out. It does cost some focus, which I suppose is a little unfortunate. But our pet is also only going to use it outside of combat, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't notice the Mesa Buzzard utilizing it at all while it was hitting stuff. There we go, we got a full bar of abilities here for our pet. We should notice a difference in the amount of damage we're going to deal, since Ripper pretty much has everything else besides the resistances. Alright, let's get back to work. I suppose we should stop and get some buff food going as well. The 8 stamina is not going to matter too much. We've got a pretty healthy level difference between the raptors that we're going to face, as well as the syndicate over at the manor. But the spirit should help reduce our downtime a little bit. And unfortunately, despite being in quite a few 30 to 40 zones so far in the past couple of episodes, we're not seeing a lot of heavy leather. Could have sworn that level 30 would be around the range where we would start to see it a lot more often than medium leather. We're definitely getting some, but hoping as we push into our mid-30s that we'll start to see some more. We just need so much of it now to actually make any meaningful progress with our leatherworking skill. We are starting to utilize a lot more silk bandages now, so it'll be good to take on the syndicate over at the manor. Hopefully we can get a good, healthy restock. We're about 7 raptor eyes down, just 3 more to go. And we don't have to get all of them now, so I would like to start pushing west a little bit. We kind of circled back a little bit towards Hammerfall, and we don't really need to. I think I'm going to sell these raptor hides. We're getting a ton of them right now. Doesn't look like they're really worth auctioning, but you can vendor them for a pretty decent amount. I'm sure they're used in some sort of leatherworking recipe. I think if I were to have gone out of my way to kind of see what kind of recipes we can get now from random vendors, that I might stumble upon something maybe that could be interesting. But they're so cheap, I you know, if I really need them, I can just purchase them off the auction house. We're passing by the first farmstead. I don't think there's anything to do at this one. Dayberries, I guess that's how you would pronounce that. There's really nothing to do here for both Horde or Alliance, if I'm not mistaken. I've always wondered what its purpose was. It's got such like intense music as well. You'd think it would be something important to some sort of quest. Who knows, maybe it is for like a class quest or something that I just don't know about. And there it is, the final raptor eye that we needed. Yeah, we're still quite far away. Normally the raptor eyes I feel like take a little bit longer to obtain, from what I remember at least. Let's try not to get too close to refugee point either, as I'm sure the guards are going to be skull leveled for us. Yeah, so let's deal with the Syndicate first, and then we'll head south and deal with the Boulder Fist, which, you know, that quest is probably going to be turned in back at Terran Mill. This Syndicate quest I know is going to be could be pretty tough. There's a lot of competition at this farm, especially for silk, I would imagine. And these Bloodstone amulets also, you know, similarly have a pretty low drop rate from what I remember. And I think there's some other stuff surrounding this area, the map, that is typically sought after. Well, let's take a look. Hopefully we can get through. This is not a quest that we want to group for, I believe. I don't think we can share loot drops here. Seems pretty barren at the moment. It's a good sign. We are going to have to deal with these highwaymen as well. Just gonna have to be careful around the outskirts of this this little farming plot. Don't want to get too overwhelmed. far so good. I think we've gotten some amulets off of about half of the syndicate we've killed so far. Yeah, really surprised to see that there is not a lot of competition here at the moment. I do see... We have seen 1 or 2 players at the moment. Which isn't too bad. That could just be a result of the layering. Starting to see a little bit more cloth now. I hadn't realized it, but first 5 or 6 that we killed, we didn't really get too much silk from. Starting to see a little bit more now. Accidentally pulled a little bit too many. I think we'll be okay though. We are out of mana though. It's gonna be a little bit tough to keep Ripper alive. There we go. Got some mana back. And we can take a rest from here. We need to get our buff food back up anyway. So we can loot a couple of these and then we'll sit back down and chill for a bit. It looks like we're at the halfway point. Let's see if we've got anybody hiding in here. Oh, we've got a lot of people hiding in here. Oh boy. Let's see if we can grab you guys. Oh, this is going to be pretty tough, actually. I don't know if my healing's going to be enough here. Yeah, I don't think so. Poor Ripper might have to take this one. Unfortunate. Lost Ripper there, but we can get him back pretty quickly. Let's make sure he gets fed up after we revive him. I always wondered why revive pets costs so much to cast. I guess that makes sense in a way, but it's like basically your entire mana pool. It's a very steep price to pay. Although there is a way, I believe through talents, to make it a little bit better. Improve revive pets, reduces the cast time by 6 seconds with 2 points, mana cost by 40%, and increases the health your pet returns with by additional 15%. If your pet dies a lot, which I guess could happen if you are trying to level very quickly and very efficiently, that's actually like a really excellent talent to take, I feel like. Like if you're expecting your pet to die a lot, especially if you're doing like a lot of dungeons or something where your pet's like off tanking, because like your group's trying to go really, really fast. And your tank's not able to like hold like every single thing. That talent seems really useful. But I think for us, our pet very, very rarely dies. And therefore I don't really see the point. Looks like we got a respawn already. I don't see anything else that's really that interesting or unique about this little barn, though. Of course, don't have the range here. It would be cool, like, because I know you can jump and get to like some of these areas, like up here or in the rafters. It'd be pretty interesting if they hid some like chests or whatnot up there. I think it'd be a really cool spot to find some interesting stuff. And we're going to let our mana regenerate for a little bit, and while we wait, let's pop open first aid and start making some more bandages. Got a little bit of cloth now at least. Suppose we could just use this mana potion too. Not gonna use it for anything else, might as well. I think we're ready to upgrade our water too. I don't think this melon juice is gonna quite cut it for us anymore. Let's go into the next barn. Let's see what's in here. Looks like there's a chest, potentially. Let's drag our pet outside. Let's see if we can get these guys outside. I can't really get a clear shot. Try to kill this guy quickly, so we have time to loot the chest. This might be the first solid chest I think we're opening. Since this place is pretty busy, I'm surprised to see that it's here, but it could just be filled with junk. Yeah, not quite junk, no green, but we did complete our stack of greater healing potions. 4 greater healing potions is pretty good. We haven't needed them so far. Not going to be very often that we will ever need them. In fact, maybe we should just be carrying around some mana potions with us just to just in case, just for those situations where like we are low on mana and we need to like use feign death or need to heal up our pet a little bit more before he dies, just to give us a little bit of an extra chance, especially against like elite enemies that we might encounter. Now it looks like we need one last amulet and then we can finally head south and take on the Boulder Fist tribe. And there we go. I can't remember if this is in Classic Vanilla or if this was just a Season of Discovery thing. I might just be thinking of Season of Discovery here, but I could have swore that these Syndicate have a small chance of dropping like a different quest item that starts a new quest line of some kind. I can't remember. I could be confusing that with like a potential rune drop that some classes get in a Season of Discovery just by killing those guys. Either way, I don't think we're missing out on too much regardless, so we're here at Boulder Gore. So we're going to start killing some ogres. We need to kill some regular ogres on the outside, and then within the cave we've got the enforcers. If I remember correctly, there are plenty of enforcers to go around, but not as many ogres. The regular variety. If we do see any additional players here, we could invite them if we wanted to, since this is just a kill quest. That hunter over there was having a bit of trouble. Might have gotten hyper spawned on. And it looks like our buff food is about to run out, so we'll go ahead and reapply that. Forgot that there was a couple of witherbark trolls sprinkled in here and there around Boulder Gore. Majority of them are going to be in the southeast corner of the region, and I'm sure that's going to be one of the next quests that we pick up from one of these quests, either this one or the one after the Syndicate one we just completed. Alright, we're done with the regular ogres, so now we have to go inside the hold itself and take out the enforcers. See if we can find anything cool in there. Maybe there'll be a chest towards the end or in one of the deepest corners of the outpost. Let's invite this shaman. We'll go by a little bit quicker. It doesn't look like any treasure chests or anything on this end of the cave. There is another little path we can take. And just one last enforcer for us. Should be all set. We'll hope him kill his last one or two. Nice, quick and easy group. Made quick work of these enforcers. Just want to check the end of this cave, make sure that there isn't anything interesting that we could be missing out on. Oh, nothing special. Alright. And that's going to do it for the 3 main quests we have here in Arathi. We're going to go back to Hammerfall and we're going to turn these in. Looks like they're all turned in at Hammerfall as well. Nothing at Hillsbrad, but we are going to fly back to Hillsbrad at some point in between episodes. Because I think we'll take on potentially Dungarok. And the rest of the Battle for Hillsbrad quest line, I don't know if we get anything out of that. I don't think we do. But I do enjoy the zone a lot. I just like existing in the zone. And I'm not as big of a fan of Stranglethorn either, even though there's just simply too much to do in Stranglethorn to actually ignore, especially with the Nessingwary quests. But if I can spend more time in the Highlands and in Alterac and in Hillsbrad, I would prefer that. About halfway through level 35, I'm sure we'll hit that 50% mark with these quest turn-ins. And then, yeah, I think at like 36, we're going to start thinking about the Scarlet Monastery and making sure we have all the quests for it. And see if we can put together a group that will be able to take on the entire instance, all 4 of them. As far as the next episode is concerned, yeah, either Dungarok or the Alterac Mountains, I think would be a good start. And then once we're 35, we'll enter Stranglethorn for the first time, start taking on the Nessingwary quests. Should give us a pretty significant gold boost as far as vendoring and potentially selling some skins. We can still use medium leather to a certain extent. We can use them on Hillman's leather gloves still. It's going to give us points. Even though it's 14 medium leather per point, it's still a lot more efficient than converting that into heavy leather and trying to work on those recipes. I think in between episodes too, I'm going to start looking at other leatherworking recipes we could pick up from vendors at this point. Because I feel like we're just missing too much from we're just not getting enough out of our regular artisan trainer back in Thunder Bluff. I just feel like there's some sort of pattern that we might be missing out on, especially if it's like a blue one. You guys do keep sending me pieces of gear though, and most of them have been upgrades, and I appreciate that a lot. It's really generous of you guys to continue to help me out. And we are arriving back in Hammerfall. Let's open up first aid real quick. Just want to make a few more heavy silken bandages, see how far we can get. So at 210 we can finally get this book for Mage Weave bandages out of our inventory. Doesn't look like I'm going to quite get there though. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. We're going to have to keep holding on to that for another episode.
Relax. Be seeing ya later. Okie dokie.
Got a quick follow-up with somebody right over here on the other end of the camp.
Lotar.
Speak to Torgan. We'll see what he wants. We might not pick up the quest right away if I feel like we're running out of room in our quest log, which we seem to be doing pretty okay with right now, so it might not be a big deal.
Blood and thunder.
Might be able to sell this potion on the auction house, so let's just hold on to it. And yeah, let's use this opportunity to switch out the melon juice for the sweet nectar. Gonna restock on razor arrows. Yeah, we've got plenty of stuff to get rid of. Let's turn this one in first.
Hello, man.
Acquire 12 raptor hearts. Yeah, we can wait on that one, I think. It's an orange quest. I believe those raptors are located in the south here, if I'm not mistaken.
Blood and thunder.
And yeah, here's the quest for the Weatherbark Trolls. Level 32, so that's going to be green pretty soon, but that's okay. Let's grab some of this stuff. We're going to need it for the auction house as well. Let's speak with the innkeeper next.
What brings you here?
Pick up that sweet nectar. Otherwise, I think we are doing it pretty good. Let's take a flight over to Undercity so that we can unload some of the stuff in our bags, and then we'll head back to Hillsbrad and kind of take inventory of what we're looking to do next specifically. I want to check the Dungarock awards and rewards and see if there's anything there that's actually worth it for us, because I think that's like an elite area, if I'm not mistaken. And while we probably could take most of it on solo, you know, I just don't know if it's going to be worth it for us. Might just take too much time. Then we got fish to sell. I don't know if we're ever getting rid of this blue moccasins with the white hair. I don't know who's going to buy this. This is a level 24 blue BOE with 3 agility, 8 spirits, and while that's awkward enough already for a cloth wearer, I feel like the stats aren't even that good for level 24, for a level 24 piece of gear. Like, I feel like you could find like green pieces of gear at level 24 that would have like more stats on it. Yeah, I mean, like even this belt, for example, it's 1 level higher and it's 5 intellect, 5 spirit. That's like infinitely more useful than this BOE blue. So we might end up vendoring this. I'll give it like one more shot, but yeah, I think that's going to end up getting vendored. Looks like we do have a little bit of time to work on some professions as well. Maybe we'll do that in Undercity real quick. We've got skins in our bank that we can pretty quickly get rid of. And as much as I would like to catch leatherworking up to the other professions that we have, I really don't want to spend any more money until we get our mount. After we get our mount, basically all of our funds from that point forward are going to go into getting new pieces of jewelry, filling any gaps in the gear that we might need. We might need to get a new weapon soon. I feel like we might be due for that. And but then from there we'll dump all of our gold into our professions until our professions are pretty much maxed out. And then we'll just save up for the epic mount at 60. We'll see if we can get that done before TBC comes around. Gonna have to find some good gold farming spots. We are a hunter, so we should be able to have a couple of things available to us. Alright, we're back in Undercity once again. Let's deal with the skins first. Go back to the bank and see what's in there. And we'll have to run a scan on the auction house just to make sure we've got some up-to-date pricing in our bags.
And you are.
And we've been kind of waiting for these swiftness potions to go up in price, and they kind of have. When we first got these swiftness potions, they were worth like 4 silver. Now they're up to 21-ish, it looks like. And that's really cool, but I feel like we can get that to go even further.
Trust.
So we got the leather. Let's go ahead and find a trade supplies vendor. Should be one up here somewhere. Yep, we got one right over here.
Be quick about your business.
And let's see what we want to make. Let's cure these medium hides first. We'll cure the heavy hide afterwards. Actually, we've got quite a few of those. We'll have to figure out the best use for those heavy hides. Still giving us some skill points as well, which is nice. Unexpected from the green recipe. Let's see what we can do here. We can try to get some skills out of Hillman's shoulders, I guess. I don't know what else we're going to use these medium hides on. I really don't think there is anything else that we can use the medium hides on, so I suppose it's worth a shot. We can also sell these pretty easily. We've had pretty good luck with them so far. Looks like we're getting pretty lucky on the points so far. Alright, not too bad. Looks like the Hillman's leather gloves just turned yellow, but that's okay. Let's create these. We should be able to sell these pretty easily as well, I would think. And hopefully we can push ourselves up to 175. I'm not sure when the next piece of gear is that we get. It could be 180. I'm not sure. Not sure what else we could really make. We might as well try to create some heavy armor kits with the heavy leather that we have at the moment. Since we are probably going to need those as we replace the pieces that we have now. Might not hurt to double check and make sure that we have actually filled in all of our slots with our armor kits. Looks like we have. The Warsong boots need an upgrade. That is it for the medium leather. Let's go ahead and make one heavy armor kit. Kind of go from there. Let's see what else we can make. Green leather belts. This might be pretty decent. Could also sell this as well. This might be a pretty decent one. You have to buy iron buckles though. That might be too much. Looking for something that we can spend our cured heavy hides on, so that we can make effective use of everything else. But I don't think I see anything that stands out as useful. Yeah, well, we can really only create more heavy armor kits, it looks like. We might be able to sell for something in themselves, so maybe we'll just create that. We'll try to sell those too after we use one on ourselves. And then we'll bank the cured heavy hides that we have. We'll see what we can use those on at a later date. Can we get to 180? Not quite. That's not too bad though, about 10 points or so. I feel like that's a little bit more than I was expecting, honestly. You use so much leather at this point.
Speak quickly.
So we're really just banking the heavy hides, I believe. I don't think we want to hold on to any of this other stuff. I think we're just going to auction all of this. Alright guys, and I think that's going to do it for me for today. In the next one, we will definitely be starting out in Hillsbrad at Terran Mill. Whether we head down south and take on the rest of Hillsbrad in the battle for Hillsbrad, or if we head north into the mountains. I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards the mountains. Dungarock probably not going to be something that's super worth it for us, especially if we can't get a group going of some kind, but we'll see. In any case, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.